So, good day po sir. So, this video is for laboratory number 2, which is about closed loop system. And I am Mark Pangantian from PECEE6L. So, for the instruction for laboratory exercise number 2, first is to simulate a closed loop VMC buck converter with a Type 3B compensator using any simulation tool such as LT-SPICE, Simplis, PSpice, Proteus, or Multisim. So in my case, I will use Simplis. Then for number 2, specification are Vin, which is equal to 12 volts. Vout is equal to 5 volts and 500 milliampere, and FSW is equal to 20 kHz. So this graph is the CIP hybrid power starter kit, and if we will try to run this schematic diagram, so we can see that the V out is at 3.5 volts. Requirements yung requirements dito is it should be 5 volts. So we need to change the value of the circuits para maging 5 volt yung Vout niya. Then dito is makikita yung closed loop gain, which is yung yellow line, yung compensator gain, which is yung red line, and yung plant gain naman is yung green line. So this circuit is already modified na, napalitan na yung values. Ito naging 12 volts na, which ayun yung required dito sa instruction. And dito rin yung vertical, which is 5 na. Then yung frequency is 20 kHz din. So kung iraran natin to, so ayan, may kita na ang Vout is 5 volts, which is pasok na dun sa specification na pre-provide. And then yung PWM signal, which is 5 volts din, and yung current is 1 ampere. So next instruction is to show the computations for the resistor and capacitor of the type 3B compensator. So nasolve ko na siya kanina, and ayan. So for the computation, according to the requirement of the specific project, modifying the values of each component necessary. So yung inductor is, ang value niya is 142 microhertz. Microhertz. Then yung capacitor is 63 microfarad. And yung RESR is 1 microohm, and yung FSW is 20 Hz. Yung CF3, which is 2.2 nanofarad. Yung Vn is 12 volts, and yung VRAMP. So for this solution, So, dito required yung pole frequency of yung FLC natin. Yan. So, ang formula niya is 1/2 pi times square root of L times C. So, substitute lang natin yung value. Yung L is 142. Then, oh, this is, so, yung FLC natin is 1.68 kilohertz. So, so next is calculating the poles and zeros of compensator. compensator. So for FP3, ang formula is FSW over 2 pi times L times C. So substitute lang din ang 20k over 20k hertz over 2. So ang FP3 natin is 10k ohm. Ay 10k hertz. So for the FZ2 naman, FO f sub 0 times square root of 1 minus sine theta over 1 plus sine theta. So substitute lang din, ang theta natin is 70 degrees. So 2.5k hertz times, ayan, substitute lang. So ang FZ2 natin is 441 hertz. Then for the F sub 0, ayan, FSW times 1 over 8. So, ayan, 2.k hertz. So, for the FP2 is equal to F sub 0 times 1 square root of 1 plus sine theta over 1 minus sine theta. Ayan, substitute lang ulit. Then, ang FP2 natin is 14.178 kHz. Then, yung for the FZ1 naman, ang formula niya is FZ2 over 2. Divide lang sa 2. So, 220.5 Hz. Then, calculate the values of parameters of the compensator at CF3, which is equal to 2.2 nanofarad. So, for the RF3, ang formula niya is 1 over 2 pi times CF3 times FP2. So, substitute lang 1 over 2 pi times 2.2 nanofarad times 1.178 kilohertz. So, ang answer niya is 5.102 kilo ohm. Then, for the RF1, 1 over 2 pi times CF3 times FZ2 minus RF3. So, substitute lang ulit. Yung FZ2 is nakuha na natin dito, which is 441 Hz. Ayan. Then, 5.12K. Ayan, yung RF3. So, ang RF1 niya is, ang RF1 is 152K. And to find the RF2, equal lang siya sa RF1 and RF1. So, RF2 is also equal to 152K ohm. Then, for the RC1 naman, 2 pi F sub 0 times LC ramp over CF3 times V in. So, 2 pi, yung F sub 0 is 2.5K. Then, yung capacitor natin is 142. Ay, yung inductor pala, 142 Then, yung capacitor is 63 ito, 63 microfarad. Then, yung VRAMP is 5 volts. Then, yung CF3 is 2.2. Ito, 2.2 nanofarad. And yung VIN natin is 12 volts, which is equal to 26.614 kilo ohm. To find the C sub C1, ang formula niya is 1 over 2 pi times FJ2 times RC1. So, substitute lang. Ayan. So, ang CC1 natin is 27.121 nanofarad. And for CC2 naman, 1 over 2 pi FP3 RC1. So, substitute lang natin yung values. Then, makukuha natin is 59.83 picofarad. So, yun. So, for the next instruction, show the voltages, current, and transient response waveforms. So, napakita ko na to kanina. So, papakita ko na lang ulit. Right. So, run schematic ulit natin. Ayan. So, dito makikita natin V out is 5 volts siya. And yung PWM signal in terms of volts is 5 volts. And yung current is, ayan. Then, ito. So, yung closed loop gain natin is yung red line. Yung closed loop gain natin is yung yellow line. Yung compensator gain natin is yung red, and yung plant gain natin is yung red. So, yung value ng closed loop gain is 85.8072 Hz. Yung plant margin naman natin is 2.972043 kilohertz. Then yung tas yung closed loop phase naman natin is 121.3639 degrees, and yung closed loop gain natin is 19.831 decibels. And then ito yung phase margin natin. Yung plant phase is negative 174.0526 degrees. So, next instruction is show the blood plot. Ayan na pala. Show the both plot of plant compensator and closed loop response. So, ayan, nasabi ko na kanina. Which is ito. Na-explain. Ayan. So, that's all po, sir, for this video. So, thank you po.